All right, so stop me if you've heard this one before, but marijuana rescheduling has been delayed yet again. I know, shocking, but that's today's update. I'm Dr. Matthew Nuesse with EasyDOTphysicals.com, and I will leave links to all the ways that we help people be prepared for upcoming drug tests in the description box below. So if you are concerned about passing an upcoming drug test, please check out those links. So the question is, how did this happen? What happened? Why has yet again marijuana rescheduling been pushed back? All right, so let's try to answer the question, what happened? Why is this happening again? Why is marijuana rescheduling again being pushed back? And to do so, we kind of have to understand the process that's been going on. And I've done, at this point, countless videos on the process of marijuana rescheduling. If you want a lot of details, please check out those videos. But basically, what has happened is years ago, and we're talking literally years ago, President Biden started this process by asking HHS to review marijuana to see if it should stay as Schedule I substance or potentially be rescheduled or maybe even descheduled. HHS did their review, concluded that it should be moved from Schedule I to Schedule III. That was their recommendation to the DEA. And then the DEA agreed that it should be moved from Schedule I to Schedule III. All right, so the DEA then has the final decision. But what happened was it opened up this period where people could comment on the proposed new rulemaking process and then potentially have a meeting to discuss whether it should actually be rescheduled. And because enough organizations asked for this meeting, a meeting was scheduled. Now, again, as of the last update video I did, that kind of catches us up to where we are currently. That meeting was scheduled for December 2nd. So December 2nd was kind of like the deadline. That is when this was all going to be put to rest. They were going to hear both sides of the case, people that were for rescheduling, people that were against, and the final decision, the final rule-making process was going to be put into place. Now, that has been moved back to at least January and potentially even February of 2025. So again, the question becomes, why did this happen? Why does this keep happening? But why, in this particular case, did this hearing get moved back potentially 1, 2, maybe even 3 months? And you know, it seems unbelievable, but with the government, it seems completely believable. It all comes down, it looks like, to clerical and filing errors. So a judge just ruled that the hearing can be moved back, and I'm going to read now from, and I get a lot of information from marijuanamoment.net. So check them out and you can check this full article out, but I'm going to read directly from the article. So again, directly from the article, the reason being is that DEA's list of hearing participants who were selected and sent to the administrative law judge's office provided, quote, no indication in the four corners of the document as to whether the participants support or oppose the notice of proposed rulemaking or how the participants satisfy the interested person's definitions set forth in the regulation. And it goes further to say, indeed, the participant letter contains only a list of persons and organizations accompanied by one or more email addresses without the benefit of notices of appearance, addresses, or even phone numbers. So basically what happened is the paperwork wasn't filled out completely enough to satisfy this judge, so the judge moved the hearing back. I mean, this is absolutely insane if you think about it rationally, but again, we're thinking about it from the government's perspective, so it makes complete sense in my opinion. And then the article goes on to list a number of the participants or organizations listed in this document: Council for the Government, Village Farms International, National Cannabis Industry Association, and on and on and on. So the names and potentially a few details were listed on the paperwork, but just not enough information or not the required information to go forth with the hearing. So an initial hearing will still take place on December 2nd, but they can't make any determination or decision at that meeting. The hearing, including all of the participants, will take place sometime in January or February. And all of this paperwork, the article states, needs to be filed by November 12th. So November 12th is now, again, the new deadline where this paperwork needs to be completed correctly so that they can set a actual meeting date, and hopefully that meeting date, that hearing date actually takes place. All right, I will be back with more updates as soon as they come out. Stay subscribed, and until next time, everybody, stay safe.